Welcome in all my villager friends who are laying down drills with me at Granny and Ellie's Cozy Country Cottage. Today is Wednesday, June 5th, 2024. The time is 8:53 a.m. here in kind of sunny, kind of blue sky, fluffy white clouds, Salem, Oregon. Yep, it's supposed to be 75 degrees today. Yoo-hoo! So I am in the home stretch of the nickname Granny's Cottage. There it is. And where am I at, you ask? I'm on this section right here, moving up. So I've completed all of that side. So yep, just that side to do. And this has 36 colors. And joining me in laying down the drills with this is Margie, Beth, Candace, Angie, Angela, Pam Goodbread. Yeah, and we have got Ellie the wax dog as our mascot, sitting here watching. Alrighty, so I have beside me my hot caffeinated breakfast blend coffee with French vanilla creamer. And let's get some candle wax going underneath the candle lamp. All right, so get our box out here. And we get to pick another scent. Compliments of Rebecca. You know what? I'm going to do another one of these. Yeah, we're working on the other half of these that we already did. Okay, so let's see what we have today. We have apples and oats. And I can go ahead and put the rest of the other half underneath the lamp. Oh, it smells so good. I can really smell the apples in that. Yeah, so we finished that one, or we will today, because I have it going all day. And I can feel or smell those wonderful scents. All right, let's go to the emails, see if we have any emails today. Okay. Anita. Hi, Linda and Ellie. This cottage is so beautiful. Have a nice day. Love from Anita in Denmark. Oh, she's doing the companion, I say, to this one. And I have this one also. And oh man, I love that. Oh, I can hardly wait to do the other one. Oh, look at those swans. Oh man, look at the detail in that. That is turning out perfect. And look at the roof. Oh yeah, That is definitely a yes for me. I have it hanging beside me. I will get to it. Oh man, I am so excited to do that one. Okay, next up. All right, Candace. Now I know, hold on a minute, because Candace sent me two here, so just a minute. Okay, she says, I tried to send this another way, but I couldn't. But this is my monthly canvas. Hugs to you and Ellie. Yeah. Now that is pretty. Are you doing that? Did you put that over on the Facebook page, Diamonds by Tita? Because that qualifies. Flowers. And look at that pretty flag. And look at all of the... Let me turn off my light here. That didn't really help, did it? Lots of shadow today. Yeah, I got the door open, the drapes open, so I'm getting a lot of shadow. Trying to get out of the shadows. That is beautiful. Is that a 30 by 40? That turned out really good. Okay. And let's see if there's anything more here. Nope, that is it for today. Okay. So keep sending in your emails. You know I love getting those and showing them off to the friends and you know, all that goodness. All right, coffee time. Oh boy, my coffee is really, really hot, hot, hot. All right, I gotta put back on my lamp. There we go. Okay, and what am I doing? 27, which is the little squigglies, which is, oh, I gotta put on my dollar store readers so I can read that. All right, 3371. Oh, I forgot to do this too. All right, hold on. Let me do this first. All right, 3371. Black, brown. Okay, let's get our inspiration of the day. Let's see. Here we go. How about this? Habits develop into character. Character is the result of our mental attitude and the way we spend our time. That's a good one. So I am trying to develop new habits here on YouTube and diamond painting. But I am, what do you call it? I like a routine person. That's me. I'm a routine person. All right. So that's good. So we had excitement last night. I think it was around, what time was it? I don't know, 5 or 6. I was sitting with Ellie. We were watching TV, and I was knitting. And I heard this pounding noise, and I thought, oh, somebody must be building something or, you know, doing something. Ellie's ears kind of perked up, and then she went over to the door. I had the door open, and she went over and she started barking and carrying on, and it's like, what the heck? But her tail was wagging a mile a minute, so I thought it was David, you know, out there doing something. But yet she was barking. It was really weird. So I laid my knitting aside and got up off the couch, walked to the door, and I looked toward David's, and nothing. He wasn't out there. Nothing was going on. So then I looked in the other direction, and here's 2 cop cars parked on the driveway on the side. And I'm thinking, what is going on? Do I turn on my scanner and see if I can hear any action going on? And so I called David. I said, David, there's 2 cop cars parked out here. I wonder what's going on. And he goes, yeah, they came pounding at my door. And he said, I thought it was like Amazon or, you know, somebody doing a delivery. And he thought, boy, they're getting kind of aggressive pounding on the door to deliver something, because he is expecting a delivery, but and it's a pretty big delivery. So that's what he thought it was. So he said he opened up the door and here's 3 cops standing there. And oh my good, I mean, the way he tells it is just funny. But anyway, they were looking for my grandson, the one that's 17. And he said, well, he doesn't live here, he lives upstairs. And I said, oh, I wonder what's going on. So I hung around outside, you know. I mean, I don't want to call, but, you know, the thoughts that are going through my head, you know, 3 cop cars showing up, and, or I mean, 3 cops, you know, that's weird, unless he is a witness to something, or, you know, who knows, you know, and he's not the one to really get into trouble. Yeah, so then the cops came walking out. Well, they didn't have him, so you know, and they stood out there for, I don't know, about 30 seconds and jibber-jabbered, and then they left. So it's like, what is going on? So I call my son, and he answers the phone, and I can tell he's in the car. And I said, oh, are you driving home from work? And he said, yep. And I said, oh, well, I was just calling to see what's going on up at your place. And he goes, what do you mean? And I said, well, there was 2 cop cars here and 3 cops, and they went to David's, and they're looking for Trenton. And he goes, what? And he goes, well, nobody's called me. And I said, well, I don't know what's going on. And he goes, let me call you back. I'm going to call and see what's going on. So he called me back, and he said, what happened, my son and my grandson, on their cars, they have one of those on the back end. They each have these big flags that when they're driving, you know, it flaps the flag around, and they've got an American flag at their house displayed. And anyway, I guess they had somebody anonymous call in and said that they saw my son's car parked at the school. Now, this is crazy pants. But anyway, they said he had a rifle in the back seat of his car. And, well, I don't know if you guys have heard of this term before, but there's a rage going on that people are doing what they call swatting. And they're actually, what it is they're false reports, and the SWAT team comes in, and but anyway, apparently he got swatted, and so the police had to come in, and they searched his car, they searched his bedroom in the house. Yeah, found nothing. And apparently there are people that do not like you displaying the American flag, and so they swat you, or they do mean things that they shouldn't do. Yeah. Poor Trenton. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? And he always, when he gets to school, he takes the flag and he lays it on the back seat of his car, so it doesn't get stolen. But he only, but I'm sorry, did somebody go, when kids go to school, are they looking in windows? So yeah, it was just a fake claim, or a fake report. But they were there for quite a long time. So yeah, they had to search and all that good stuff. Wow. Sad, sad world. So hopefully maybe they could trace the call and see who did it, and catch these people that are doing it. Can't believe it. But especially if they, get it from the school, that's a real, with all the shootings that goes on and whatnot. And my grandson is a quiet kid, so he doesn't belong to anything. At school, he just goes to school and comes home, and so he's, yeah. But they don't own a rifle. I don't know. Crazy pants. That's what it is. Crazy pants. Alright, I think I'll do 19. 934. Let's see what color that is. Black avocado green. Neighbors were probably wondering, what happened? What's going on? Yeah, and they didn't park the cars, you know, in plain sight. They were at the side over there. So, I don't think it was a SWAT team. I mean, you know, they weren't in riot gear or anything like that. I'm sure there was 3 of them, you know, to stake out the place so nobody could escape. How funny. Not funny, but actually not funny at all. But I'm just relieved that it wasn't anything bad. Coffee time. Maybe it's cooled off now. Ah, perfect. I was having a hard time deciding. Oh, I do want to say something. So, over on BritBox, they have this program, or it's a, I don't know, it's like an hour and a half long, I guess. But it's a show from long ago that I think they remastered, or, you know, it's in color now. But it was a documentary on when Queen Elizabeth became queen, you know, and the whole procession and blah, blah, blah. Well, I have seen, I forgot what I was doing, 19. Oh, yeah. I've seen all that before, but what I was interested in watching was Horse Guard. And mainly because I know a little bit more now than I did before on the Horse Guard. And John over at London City Walks, you know, he's always given us a bit of history and whatnot about Horse Guards. And he said their uniforms and whatnot are the same as they've been for a long time, you know, centuries or whatever, decades or whatever. That is what I was interested in watching. So I was kind of skipping ahead because I wanted to see the Horse Guard in action back in 1953. And what was interesting to me is that I need to find my next color. What do I want to do next? Trying to find one where there is a lot. Maybe the 6s. Let's see what 6 is. $32, which is 3835. 3835. Is that not on our list? We have a new one to look up. I don't see it. Yay for us. Let's look this up real quick. All right. We get to add one. Yay. All right. 3835. Okay, I'm going to go over here to the computer. All right, and we're going to put in DMC 3835. All right, it says medium baby blue. All right, so let's keep going and make sure everybody kind of agrees. And they don't. All right, so let's see what. No, that is not a blue. All right, let's keep going. All right, this one says. All right, here we go. 3835. Medium grape. Now that one, yeah, it looks like that's what it is. They're agreeing on that. So what's this other one? They don't know what they're talking about. Yep, medium grape. We'll take it. Medium grape. And I'll just check here. Yep, looks good. All right. Onward. Anyway, as I was saying. Yeah, and it's almost, you can't see it. That looks like a medium grape to me. All right. What did I do with my pen? There it is. So, I was looking at their uniforms and their horses. And they did have the grays, which are the trumpeter horses, so I was able to recognize that. But what I thought was interesting is that in their regiment, there's the blues and the reds. Those are the two colors. So the one, they have, let me get out of this on my computer. All right, the blue uniforms on their, I can't remember what it's called, but their helmet. Okay, the blues have a blue uniform with red that comes down off their helmet. And then the reds, they have red uniforms with gold tassel up there on their thing. Well, from what I saw, they were white. Now, did they miscolor that when they did the color version? I don't know, but that was the only thing that I saw different. And what really intrigued me is, yeah, it is the same other than that. So I'm going to have to research that a little bit and see if for some reason they did change those tassel things, whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called. So, or if anybody knows, let me know. But, and then I was also intrigued that the horse guards that I watch, I think their regiment is over the ones that are at the palace that wear those other kind of headwear. Yeah, so anyway, they were in front of the gold carriage that Queen Elizabeth was in. Yeah, so it just kind of intrigued me to do a little bit more research on that. So, yeah. So I watched that, so I was really engrossed in that yesterday. Yeah, I'm trying to go through BritBox and see if there's any documentaries on horse guards and whatnot. So that's the only one I found. So I'm going to have to research on YouTube. I'm sure there's something out there. So, but it does get very complicated to me. My brain can only hold so much information. So, I don't know why I'm obsessed with it, but I am. Maybe not obsessed, but I just enjoy it. How about that? I love those horses. Those horses are just amazing to me. And their personalities and whatnot. Of course, John makes it interesting. That's... And there's other YouTubers that do that, but they don't have a commentary with theirs, so you don't really... I mean, you're just watching people at horse guards. You're not getting any information. Or you might get the silliness that happens, or, you know, that kind of stuff. And that's not really... I mean, it's kind of weird that what people do there, which really irritates John. So you get a running commentary of the foolishness, the disrespect. People think it's a reenactment, and they don't realize that it's a real regiment. I mean, it's just like a Disneyland to them. You know, they're just there to see the horses and get pictures, but they don't, a lot of people don't even know their history or why they're there, all that kind of thing. So, and I didn't have a clue on this before I started watching. Yeah, but I started watching, how I found his channel was I wanted a tour of the London area, Great Britain, that type of thing. That's how I came upon his channel. And then he started on TikTok, which I don't do TikTok. So, but he did walks in London, but there was no commentary to it, really. It was just his walks. And but then he brought in horse guards, and that's when I said, forget the walks, I just want to be at the horse guards. So my journey into that, I love it. I just so look forward to all his videos, and I am behind. Okay, we're going to do some fives. How long have I been on here? Okay, we're fine. 9. 6:47. 647. Medium beaver gray. And those are the 5s. Becky Sloan put out 2 videos. I'll watch those. And she had a completion done and starting another one. It was good to see her back again. I've really missed her videos, so yeah, maybe she'll get back in the swing of diamond painting and or showing her quilting. She's a busy person. And I watched One Horse Guard and yeah, slowly trying to get caught up on watching videos. Whew. But the YouTube is, I only watch them when I'm diamond painting, so yeah. TV is when I'm knitting. My routine. I did get a little Perot in yesterday. I'm rewatching that. I can't decide what I want to rewatch on BritBox because I do have my favorites, and I love Vera, I love Perot, I love Miss Marple, or anything Agatha Christie, and they're all on there, and I want to watch them all, but I'm kind of a person that can only watch one at a time. Yeah, I don't like to jump back and forth. So, and because those seasons are so long, there's so many, yeah. It was funny because when I retired, I said, I'm going to watch all these TV programs that I didn't have time to watch. You know, back in the 80s, 90s, 70s, you know, when you're working and married and raising a family and involved in, you know, all this other stuff, and I just never got a chance to sit down and watch TV. And back then, yeah, there just wasn't time. So luckily there are a lot of streaming services out there that have the old TV shows on it. So I had a list of what I wanted to watch, and I think the first one on my list was, it wasn't British shows. I really didn't know about British shows then. You know, this person that doesn't know what's on TV. So, I wanted to watch, the first one was Murder, She Wrote. So I watched that whole series. I mean, just one after another. And then from there, I found Murder 101 with Dick Van Dyke and his son. And then it changed from Murder One to, oh my gosh, I can't remember the other show. You probably remember. And then from there, I went to some Hallmark mysteries. And I really, really enjoyed those. There's a bunch of those. Now, you got to remember, this is back in 2013. And they didn't seem cheesy to me. So, and then also another show was Big Bang Theory. I had never watched it. People kept telling me about it. And so I was watching all of those. And, getting caught up. And, that's when I fell in love with Big Bang Theory. Well, then, I would just sit there all day and knit or do my latch hook. And I had the big screen TV in front of me and, could do my latch hook and watch TV, all day long. And, it was just one right after another. And then, I can't remember the series of events. But anyway, then I found BritBox and Acorn TV. That's when I fell in love with the British mysteries. Yeah. Well, then, and then I got the Roku. I do remember that. My son, I had no idea. I had cable TV and, was just blah, blah, blah. So my son was saying, you need to cut the cable. Just have, your internet and go to the, he was trying to explain all this high-tech stuff to me. And that did take a while to sink into my brain. And I cut the cable and I thought, oh my gosh, there goes all my shows, and but anyway, I haven't missed it once. As soon as I found British shows, it's like I'm not going back to American shows. Yeah. All right, we're going to do 436. And so 436. Can. Okay. All right. And that is, okay. Yeah, the cable here for everything. I had everything on my cable. And yeah, it was getting up there to like $250 a month. And that's a lot of money. So then I just switched just the internet. And yeah, but my son, David, was, he got a lot of messages from here, talks, oh, how do I do this? What do I do with this? And, what does this mean? And all that stuff. And yeah, it was a learning curve for me, but now I understand. So, but yeah, so then I had all of these new shows to watch, the British shows, and there has been no turning back for me. Well, then YouTube came into my life. It's like, yeah. I'm sure everybody else is the same way. You know, it's just all this high-tech stuff. And but now Comcast doesn't come out this far to the rural parts of town. But the service that we have now, I mean, it's fine for me. I don't know about anybody else, but for what I do, I don't do gaming and, you know, all this other stuff. I don't know the first thing about it. I do have Big Fish Games. Well, I'm not a member anymore, but I got all these games that are downloaded that are mine that I bought. I got over 800. Oh, yeah, I was a big fish person. 17 915. But I love the hide and seek games. I don't think they call them that anymore. But anyway, they 915. Are you kidding me? 915. Oh, there it is. Dark Plum. Yeah, they started getting too complicated. When they were easy, or no, I don't want to say easy, but you know, kind of challenging. But you didn't have to do all this other stuff. It's complicated, but it's like, no, I'm not doing this anymore. So, and every once in a while, yeah, I'll drag out the computer and play my games. I haven't for a long time, though. Yeah, once I got into, I would say once I got into diamond painting, yeah, I haven't played. And I do enjoy it. And I have a lot of the old games, so they're still fun to play. They're fun on the replay. I enjoyed the music and all that on them. They were fun. Oops, got keys over here. So, yeah, so maybe, but yeah, I used to be able to, I could sit there for hours. I looked forward to getting off work, playing my games. And when my son lived in Oklahoma for a while, every night after work, we could get on Big Fish Games, and you could hear each other, so we could talk and play the games together. And that was always fun. Some nights we were up really late playing. And yeah, they had a site, I can't remember what it's called, but they shut it down. But I mean, it wasn't cost effective for them to keep it, because it was a free site to play their games and get points, play against other people if you wanted and whatnot. But the people playing were not buying games, so they shut it down. They were just there for the free games, so. But it was fun while it lasted. But the problem is that, you know, when you have something like that, you don't want to play the games that you bought. So, but I remember the first game I bought was Diner Dash. Now that one is a time management game. And Yeah, and then my other son told me about the hidden object games, and I got hooked on those. So I've only got two. I've got the whole series of Diner Dash, and I have the Snowy's Lunch Rush, which I really enjoy. Not so much anymore, but in my younger days, when I was probably quicker at the computer than I am now. Yeah, so, but I do like the hidden objects as long as you don't have a timer. I do not want to be timed. It makes me crazy. Because you only have a short amount of time to complete a task, and if you don't complete it, guess what? You have to do it all over again. And they put in different stuff, so you can't memorize it. No. Nope, nope, nope. So then they started putting in their games where you could have it casual or timed. So I always have mine on casual. Any more teas? I want to complete this section today. Yeah, I think I'm going to maybe Friday or Saturday complete this for you that are laying down drills with me. And then we will start the palace. Yay! I can hardly wait. Yeah, it's been sitting there long enough. It's calling my name. It's hung up right beside me. I can see it. I want to lay down the drills. All right. Oh my gosh. Now I've been on here 52 minutes. All right. So I appreciate everybody stopping by and visiting with me today and laying down some drills. And yeah, so we will do a tea time with Granny. I'll do that this afternoon. I'll try to think of something to talk about. Little Ellie here watching us, keeping us company. Yeah, so anyway, I appreciate everybody stopping by, and I will chat with you later.